Yo, what's up guys, Anthony here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to show you exactly how I create advertorial landing pages that allow me to scale my branded dropshipping business to $10,000 a day. But this doesn't just work for me, it's also currently working for our members inside of God Tier Ecom. So shout out to Sam, who just hit his first $10,000 a day and just turned 17. Dude, when I was 17, I was playing Toontown, Monster Hunter, and Rocket League, and this guy's hitting 10K a day. So what I want to do in this video is give you the exact workflow and process step by step that I use, that my community members are using to be able to build these landing pages to hit your first $10,000 a day. I'm also going to give you the exact AI prompt. This is not a free version. This is literally the paid prompt. People are paying money for this, and I'm going to give it to you for free in the description of this video. In fact, if you don't give a fuck about me, which understandably, I get it, click the first link in the description or the second link, whichever one it is, and this prompt is waiting there for you so you can use this to create advertorials that will allow you to get results like these. But in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to describe how this workflow works, how I approach advertorials, and why I'm able to get results differently than the majority of people who talk about this shit on YouTube. Okay, so let's talk about advertorials, right? Advertorial, and by the way, this is the actual landing page. You can look it up on, if you do trypurify.com/pages/advert v6. This is the main one that I've been scaling up. Okay, so let's talk about the traditional. Well, let's first define what is an advertorial. Okay, if you're watching this video, chances are you probably already know what an advertorial is. It is a style of landing page, or in other words, a URL that we can send our traffic to that is designed to look like an article, or that's why it's called advertorial, because it's an ad plus an editorial, which equals an advertorial. So it's a page that's intentionally designed to camouflage the fact that we are selling a product. So the first half of the advertorial or the landing page is typically informational or educational or some type of story. And then about midway through the page is when you start to actually introduce the product and you start to hard sell it. Now, obviously, if you're an experienced marketer or you've been around in the dropshipping space, you already know this is an advertisement. But for the hundreds of millions of people who don't advertise for a living, who aren't trying to dropship product from China to buy their first Lambo, majority of people have no idea what the fuck this is, and they just think it's an article. So that is the landing page style that we're building. Now, the problem is when most people go to build these advertorials, and when you watch these tutorials on YouTube, just the way I did several years ago when I was first learning how to create advertorials, the workflow process that a lot of people teach is completely ass backwards, which is why if you've tried advertorials in the past or you've tested them, they probably haven't worked out for you. You've probably never been able to scale an advertorial. It's probably really, really frustrating because, at least for me, when I was watching these videos and I would see these guys getting crazy results with advertorials, I would get really motivated. I would go try to create my own version. I thought it looked really good. I would do a ton of research into my customer, write this advertorial manually. This was before ChatGPT and Claude. I'm proud to say I'm still part of that era of dropshippers who used to work without those things. And I would pour hours into these things and they wouldn't work. Why were they not converting? They looked good. They looked just like the ones that I was seeing. They looked just like the YouTubers that I was watching, but they would not convert. And the problem was I was approaching advertorials in the complete wrong way. I could not have been doing things in a more suboptimal and incorrect way. And that's probably how you're doing them now. So the workflow that the majority of people teach is to do research on your avatar, then you create an advertorial, right? You write the advertorial, and then you go run ads to the advertorial. So you create the advertorial first, and then you run ads to the advertorial. And the problem is if you are doing this on a completely new advertorial, and you're doing it with completely new ads, and you also have a new product, if you go to test a new advertorial with new ads, a new product, and a new offer, you've got 4 different variables there. You've got 4 unproven variables that you need to work in order for you to actually get results. Now, the problem with that is if the advertorial doesn't work and you are testing it alongside new ads, a new product, a new offer, none of which are proven to convert, and you're not getting results, is it the advertorial's fault, or is it the fault of the other 3 variables that you have no definitive proof are actually working? So in other words, when you're testing your advertorial without having fully validated the product, the offer, and the ads, particularly the messaging in the ads, then you are significantly lowering your success rate with the advertorial, because you have to basically get extremely lucky that your other three variables, product, offer, and ads, are completely on point, and that your advertorial is also on point. So not only does the advertorial have to be good, but your ads, offer, and product also have to be spot on. And if you're just starting out testing a product, or if you've only got $500 to $1,000 in sales per day on a product, then none of that is proven, which is why if you've tried advertorials, they haven't worked. So how do we solve this? How do we fix this so we can get advertorials to get the kinds of results that you see on YouTube and in this video? What I want to propose to you is a new workflow, and this is the exact workflow that I've been using for the last 2 years that I teach my paid community members. That's driving the results that you've seen in this video, and I will describe it now. So the workflow is, if we want to write an advertorial, we are not going to start with writing the advertorial. We're not even going to start with research specifically for writing an advertorial. What we're going to do is, if we have a product, if we have an offer, and a product page, we are going to start by writing ads and creating ads. These ads are going to have a specific desire and a specific angle imbued in them, meaning I am testing a specific desire. Typically, I'll test anywhere from 3 to 5 primary mass desires. These are things like losing weight, feeling more confident in your skin, etc. And I will test specific desires for my product in my ads. Once I find a winning desire, I will then find a specific angle that works to activate that mass desire. So if I understand and I can identify that the mass desire that performs best for my product is to eliminate snoring, I want to find the best story or argument that will motivate people to take action on that desire now. So maybe it's a story about losing intimacy because we're sleeping in separate bedrooms, or maybe it's a story about how I am on the verge of some risky procedure because of sleep apnea, because I keep snoring and I can't stop, and I'm going to lose time with my grandkids. Whatever the case may be, we want to find the correct combination of desire and angle, and we want to do all of this testing to the product page, because our main goal, right, is we want proof of validation that our ads, our offer, and our product are converting. That is the key, converting. So if we break this down here, first step in writing an advertorial is actually the ads. Second step is the offer. And these are in like no particular order. These are just things that we want to prove are converting first, okay? So ads, offer, and product. We want to get those converting and prove, ideally, that this flow here from the ads to the product page is profitable. So we essentially want to find what is the desired angle that we can send to a product page that is ideally going to be profitable. And if we can find that, then we want to write the advertorial. Because if we're testing with a specific desired angle and we prove it's converting, now we have proof that the ads are converting, or in other words, the messaging. If it's converting, then obviously the offer we have is converting. And if it's converting, obviously then people are buying the product. So now we have all 3 of these variables proven. Okay, so what happens next? Then we go write the advertorial. Now we go write the advertorial. So now that we have proof that our ads are converting, our product is converting, and our offer is converting, now we can insert the advertorial, which is going to be based on the winning ad, and we can test this with full confidence, knowing that our other variables are completely proven and already converting. Why is this important? This is a fundamental principle of scientific testing, regardless of whatever discipline you're applying this to. When you are testing, if you want to be able to measure and credit the outcome of a test to a specific variable, then it needs to be the only variable that is being changed. We all learned this when we were like 3rd or 4th grade or whatever it was, when you learned about independent variables and dependent variables. Now, the dependent variable is the effect or thing that we're measuring, or the change that we're measuring. And then the independent variable is as the name suggests, the independent variable, the thing that we are changing in order to expect a certain change in the outcome. So independent variable is the cause, dependent variable is the effect. So if we keep everything else constant and we change this one thing, which for us is going to be the advertorial, and we get better performance, we know that it's the cause of the advertorial, or rather it's the effect of the advertorial, because it's the only thing that changed. And the key here is that the other variables themselves also need to be proven. So if our ads are proven, our product page is proven, our offer is proven, and all we do is add an advertorial, now we'll be able to not only have increased confidence that the advertorial is going to work because everything else is already converting, in addition to the fact that we're creating the advertorial based on the messaging, which makes it stupidly easy to create because you already know what messaging you need to put on the advertorial. But now your ability to measure the impact of the advertorial on your testing significantly, it's a night and day, it's not even a comparison, significantly increases because of the fact that you're isolating it as the only change. So we create the ads, and once we get them profitable to the product page and we have proof that everything's converting, now we go write the advertorial. And this is where we get into the actual prompt. But let me show you a live example of how this looks in real time. So these are a set of ads that I created. Here I was testing the desire to prevent my cat from getting chronic kidney disease. The emotional desire was I fear or am scared of losing my cat early. That is the key there, not just losing my cat, but losing my cat earlier than I need to. So as you can see here, for those of you that follow my channel, you know I run a specific ad format, which I've called the native MSL. It's just a name that I like to give it. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. You could just call it image with long form copy because that's essentially what it is, where we have a native style image, meaning an image that looks like it could exist organically on the platform without being an ad. And then we have this copy here, which it looks like a personal story. And in actuality, it is a personal story, which is about 2,000 words long. So I'm testing a specific desire and angle. And as you can see, just by the social proof here and some of the comments, this angle definitely resonated well. And the particular angle that we were going after, as you can see in the images here, was feeding your cat dry food could actually be dehydrating them even further and increase their risk of chronic kidney disease. So once I found this was converting profitably to my product page, the next step was to then build out a congruent advertorial. So top veterinarian exposes, if you feed your cat dry food, you could be shortening their lifespan up to 5 years. And as you can see, like the image here, I actually used the same, it was from the same like website, I forget, but you can see that the image is pretty much the same. I mean, it's the two same cats, it's the two same pieces of food there. And then you can see that reflected here. So there's congruency in the desire and angle, but also in the actual image that was being used. And once you have the congruency, you have the desire and angle from your ad, you put it onto an advertorial landing page with the prompt that I have here, it's going to convert like crazy. So let me show you the actual prompt so you can actually implement this. All right, you guys, in a bit of a different setting. Totally did not pause the recording and record in another room. But anyways, the link to this particular prompt right here is in the description of this video, so you can go check that out and grab this URL. I just exported it onto a separate document, so it's a little bit cleaner. I also have the required reading materials, so these are linked in here as well. All of these are basically just advertorial examples. One is mine. Another one is one of my favorite advertorials written of all time that I think is pretty emblematic of the framework and structure that we want to have for pretty much every advertorial that we write. And everything has been done for you. So the framework, including every section, the hook, the lead, the background story, unique mechanism problem, unique mechanism solution, pretty much everything in here is designed so that you have as little manual thinking as possible. Now, the only thing that you have to include here is the angle that you want to target, because as with this workflow, we are not just writing advertorials just based on research or based on what we think might work. You should already understand what your customer wants. And at this point, you should already know what angle is working in your ads that you can use for your advertorial. So that's the only thing that you need to include in addition to the required reading materials. So if I was to take this, copy paste it directly into a Claude window, just like this. And let me attach the files as well. Okay, so I've added everything in here. All I'm gonna do is add some additional contextual information about my product and what other things I would like the Claude in this case to focus on. So I'm just gonna say product, trypurify.com, purify fountain, desire, or we'll say mass desire, prevent my cat from getting kidney disease. And let's say angle is, let's say emergency vet visit. This is very, very oversimplified, just so I can show you how the prompt actually works. And we're using Sonnet 4.5. And then all you got to do, guys, is press generate. And 99% of the work will be done for you. So let's go ahead and see how this works. All right. advertorial is generating. By the way, if you need some music to be an absolute mug to, and absolutely just grind out some advertorials, play Fuse on Spotify. Just put it on your speakers as loud as you can, or put it with some noise canceling headphones, and I promise you your productivity will absolutely skyrocket. So put you guys on to some Fuse. Anyways, here's the advertorial. Cat owner's $4,800 mistake almost killed her best friend, and why your cat might be next. Little aggressive on the headline, I'm not going to lie. But as you can see, the lead is completely on point. We've got the introduction of the problem, or I guess the actual story, the background story. Then we do unique mechanism behind the problem. As you can see here, unique mechanism behind the solution. Product discovery, all that is pretty much done step by step. Now, obviously, I would not run this like straight away. I'd probably go and edit it through at least once or twice just to make sure there's no typos, just to make sure it flows properly. But this is pretty much 99% of the advertorial structure that's killing it for me. If I'm writing advertorials with new angles, they're still going to follow this particular framework, and I find 900 to 1,200 words to be the definitive sweet spot. I've tried longer, I've tried shorter, and this 900 to 1,200 space tends to perform the best, at least anecdotally for me. And I'm very, very happy with the quality of the output. And remember, guys, the key here is that the advertorial is already proven, or the messaging we're using on the advertorial is already proven to convert, which is going to substantially raise our success rate with advertorials and allow you to amplify the messaging that's already winning. And to me, this is the best use case of advertorials. Amplifying messaging that you already know is proven to convert in a format and framework that is already proven to convert as well. So guys, the link to this prompt is going to be in the description of this video. No lead magnet, no enter your email address. Just grab the prompt, follow this video step by step, and you'll be able to do exactly what I just did in creating these advertorials. So guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what kinds of videos you want to see next, any topics you're currently struggling with, any problems you're currently facing. Let me know, because I'm trying to upload a shit ton to close out the year strong, and I need content ideas. So if you drop me a comment on what you're currently struggling with, there's a high probability I'll make a video just like this one for you. So let me know in the comments. Otherwise, hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.